Week 33, Rhetoric Level. Rhetoric students are learning about unions this week. The earliest and most general union of the era was the Knights of Labor. This union sought to welcome all laborers, male and female, who weren't professionals or in management. They dreamed of labor leading the way to a better world. Later, Samuel Gompers helped form the American Federation of Labor. This union was only open to skilled male workers, craftsmen. Gompers had no patience with the lofty social aims of the Knights of Labor, and he concentrated on using the means he had, like strikes, to gain what concessions he could from business leaders for the working men who joined his union. One of Labor's goals was to get children out of the workplace, but that was hard to do, even with the help of many other activists. There was no minimum wage or welfare, as we know it in those days, so families were in danger of starving unless every able body went to work. As students in our government track have learned, it took the combination of compulsory attendance at school and child labor laws at both the state and federal level to get kids out of the mines and the mills. While Northern activists addressed new challenges like child labors, Southern blacks were rapidly losing almost all they'd gained after the Civil War. Once federal troops were pulled out of the South, white Democrats enacted poll taxes, which charged a fee for voting, and created literacy requirements to vote. These would have been a problem for many Southern whites, who were just as poor and illiterate as their black neighbors. But these literacy tests included a grandfather clause, which said that if a man's father or grandfather had voted before the Civil War ended, then they could too, and the tax or literacy requirement was waived. These laws effectively undid the 15th Amendment, which gave black men the right to vote. Once blacks lost political power, their civil rights eroded. New Jim Crow laws separated whites from blacks. The Supreme Court upheld the fiction that blacks were separate but equal in the South in the notorious Plessy v. Ferguson decision of 1896. That ushered in more than half a century of legal segregation.